that they have put in place. Well, not many people would agree with that. Because there's still videos trending of some areas, and what was even shocking was the one around the rail line. That one was something else. Labour wins UK general election as Rishi Sunak congratulates Keir Starmer. So that's also on the Vanguard. Naira depreciates to 1,535 naira to $1 in the parallel market. Kidnapping. Federal government working seriously to secure ungoverned spaces. And this one says cholera. Benue records 4 deaths, 16 suspected cases. Now, you'd find all of these and more on the Vanguard newspaper. If you haven't gone there yet, you can go and look at the details. The lead headline here on the Punch says APC divided as appeal court returns pro-Wike lawmakers to assembly. Well, now you might have to read that to get the details, because there are other papers with different views about it. So you might go read the details and see what exactly the Punch is saying about that. Still on the Punch newspaper, this one says 10 states battling flooding, 21 others at risk, federal government warns. So you see how the Punch puts it, quite different from what the Vanguard said. And the Vanguard said 21 local government areas in 10 states submerged in flood. I was trying to wonder, because we know that it hasn't gotten that far. So yeah, from the Punch you understand better. It says 10 states battling flooding, 21 others at risk, federal government warns. So you can also try to open up and see the details of it, so you are not misled. All right. This one says federal government plans 2 trillion naira economic revival scheme inaugurates council. All right, we'll go to the phone lines quickly. Remember that we're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. I'll take that again. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle on Facebook. So go like and join the live stream. Don't forget to click on the share button as well. The numbers to call are 0817-923-0002. You can also call 0817-923-0003. Okay, 0817-923-0003. Let's go to the phone lines, please. Let me say it again before I open and take the calls. Be very short and straight to the point, and be very civil. All right. If you have more than one thing to contribute to, more than one headline to respond to, then try to keep your contributions very short and quick. Thank you. All right. Your name, where you're calling from, and straight to your point. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother, man. My name is Good News. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, good news. Go on.
Quick one. The Supreme Council for Football Worldwide Chairman Ole Bene and the co-chairman Ambassador Oji Ngofa has reiterated the police for blocking all council headquarters. This is best known to them, because the court did not send them. The law did not send them. No one sent them. They just want to do that on their own, knowing that the local government tenures have expired, stopping even the civil servants and the political appointees and other. It is too bad. They are saying this appeal court judgment. Now, appeal court has given judgment today. Can they quietly leave the council so that the people in charge of the council, the capital chairman, my local government chairman, Obia and Kijo Kenwo and his team, will go in and do their work? Having said that, the issue of flooding in Rivers State is a very pertinent issue. Please, Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, go in haste, be fast, appoint people that will start work, not waiting on when flood has come, so that they will start understanding how to put their local governments, those floods in order. The IDPs, the medical.
All right, good news
for them and schools.
Thank you very much. Point made.
Thank you.
Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Go on, please.
Yes, this is Chicken. I'm calling from. First of all, I commend the Wikinatic women and their position. Secondly, I join Prince Origi to congratulate Amegule and others. This is a congratulation well deserved. Andrew, the court of the position of Ugochinyere this morning, the court of appeal judge dread reaction. My question is, who is reacting and who has reacted? Ugochinyere is still saying some reversible. Now, court of appeal reverses expulsion of Martin and others. And let us take it by asking, what is expulsion? Expulsion means the action of forcing somebody to leave a place or expelling somebody. The State High Court expelled Martin and others. And they are not there. That is the expulsion. What grammar did you need to hear again? What grammar do we need to hear here? It's a simple something, nothing like reaction. Then finally, he should have said they went together to see for themselves what the woman has done. I believe the two.
Ochiken, we might have to move on. I think we're having issues with the service provider, but we get some of your contributions already. We have to move on to another caller now. Good morning, Nigeria Info. We couldn't hear you clearly towards the end of that. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning. Go on, please.
First on the line.
All right.
Yeah, quick one. Let me say that the ruling of the appeal court yesterday, and I've listened to, astute legal minds on this matter, and I've come to realize that nothing really has changed. I still want to say that Martin Amewule and his group of friends who have defected to the APC, they are still in battle. This matter is still in other courts, and not until the judiciary, for me, rise up to the occasion and begin to ensure that matters like this don't stay too long in the system, so that people can, actually understand, because most of the people we are celebrating and jubilating here, they don't really understand the import of the matter. For me, I see it as a premature ejaculation, but they are liberty to celebrate what they don't know. And let me also say that Ambassador Shiroko of Obiakpo local government is trying. What he did yesterday was quite inspiring. I think it will boost the motivation of the members.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Yes. I'm Ward Ernest. I'm calling for the one.
All right. Go on.
Yeah. If you have money.
Good morning. Go ahead, Ernest.
Okay. We're talking about the appeal court judgment yesterday. Some people are dancing and singing. I don't know whether they have read the judgment of that appeal court yesterday. What they say, they simply mean that the State High Court don't have the jurisdiction to entertain that matter. So there are two things there now. Either to go back to where the court has the jurisdiction, which is the Federal High Court, or you can also go to the Supreme Court to see where you can overturn what the appeal court has just said. These are the two things there. So the appeal court did not say that Martin Amewule and his group should come back to the house and sit, or they are members of the house. Why are they? People are just trying to see how they will mislead the public. They should go and read the judgment of appeal court yesterday. And I want to also use this video to thank our CDC chairman, Chijoke Ihumo, for what he has been doing in all that.
All right.
Let him go around the 17 wards and see the plight of the people and see how he can go about to empower the people.
Thank you very much.
Very much important human capacity.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Okay, we lost that call. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Morning.
Hello, good morning. Unfortunately, we can't hear you clearly, so we have to move on. Let's go to Facebook now and take some of your messages. Bobby, the Ministry of Environment in Rivers State should monitor illegal dredging activities in the Chileko government area. This one says, I called the celebration of 2 camps over misinterpretation of appeal court ruling to their followers without the CTCs as razzmatazz of ignorance in legal terms. Clever Sonny says, I'd advise Gift Instagram, I beg to defer the position of Honorable Gochinyere. The implication of the court appeal judgment is to the effect that the order made by Justice Wali is void. Thereby, it reinstates the status of 27 lawmakers. However, 27 lawmakers may not escape the sledgehammer of Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court with the requisite jurisdiction of to determine whether or not there was actually defection of the lawmakers. Thank God Ability says, in as much as God is still on the throne, nothing is impossible. The Simplify movement, we strongly believe that the Supreme Court will settle the crisis in River State. Wanyawo Biomanobu says, everybody in the state has turned to lawyers who interpreting the law they don't know. They should listen to Gochinyere and know peace. So if we can take one more call before we go for a commercial. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, Ifeanyi.
Yep, go on, please.
My name is Yusuf. I'm calling from Rumibo.
All right, you have to speak up. We can barely hear you.
Hello, good morning.
You have to speak up. We can barely hear you. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Yusuf. I'm calling from Rumibo.
Okay, go on.
Yes, regards to the headline news this morning, the judgment of Court of Appeal. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Okay, I think we have to move on to another call. Apologies. I don't know what the back and forth is. Perhaps you're having issues from your end with the network. Kelvin Frank on Facebook says, Appeal Court, in their ruling, did not make in any submission the return of the pro-wiki lawmakers to the Assembly. Rather, explain the state of illegal affairs on both parties. So some conflicting captions of newspaper headlines are misleading. Kelvin Frank, I've said, don't just run by headlines. Try to go read the details because some of those headlines are intended to capture your interest. So you just might not get the full gist until you read the details of it. Ugochinyere keeps making us laugh. If he thinks he's collecting wounds end, then he's playing. It's over for him. Ida from Nkora says, Ugochinyere, thank you very much for speaking the truth. You just spoke my mind. Martin Amenwole isn't recognized to act or continue as chairman or as lawmaker. Honorable Okejumbo remains. Okay, as speaker, Okejumbo remains the speaker. Naira to dollar depreciation. This administration has failed Nigerians in many areas. To me, this administration is the worst in the history of this country. We said the same thing about the past administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. We said the same thing about the administration of Goodluck Jonathan. Now we're saying it again for President Bola Tinubu. I wonder what we would say when he serves his time and leaves office and another president comes in. Hopefully, it doesn't get worse. Or like some would say, worse. Sunday Okoroma says the court ruling doesn't mean that Amewole and his friends are important to the running of the state. The people of Rivers State will determine who owns the state. The court did not also stop Okojumbo from being the speaker. So the governor will only work with the speaker. His government and Rivers people know the court should do fast and determine all the issues in the state. Sonny from Ajib, you sent that message in. Still on Facebook, Onyekachi Casey says, Appeal Court ruling, the only thing from the court that some Rivers people have not celebrated is renovation of court buildings. These same people also celebrated maintain status quo days ago. Please, which party do these lawmakers now belong to? Andy Wunsu is asking. Becker Menegbo says, other states are celebrating development and infrastructural success. We are celebrating court rulings. All these floodings may be due to the deforestation, and the government doesn't know the value of planting trees all over developed areas. All they care about is how to loot this country dry. I think with the situation of the flash floods, it would not be a bad idea if we are able to come up with a strategy to see that whenever it rains, even if it rains for 10 days, our streets don't get flooded. We can be the first, I don't think we are, but we can be the first people in the world to come up with a system that would really work if we put our thinking cap and really think about solving that problem. Because it clearly looks as though our leaders are not really looking at how well, they're not doing enough with regards to thinking on how to solve the problem. Otherwise, we've been having flash floods every single year, but then the approach towards it has been the same or even lesser than it was before. Good morning. Business News follows at 7.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back after this.
A brighter tomorrow begins with smart choices today. With the Union Correct account from Union Bank, you get to secure